Hello, erasers.
Hey, hi, erasers. Guess what? Today's a very special animation weekly recap.
It is.
Because it's Ansley's birthday.
Yay. Well, when you're seeing this, it'll be October 11th, so it won't be. But I still take belated birthday comments.
Yes.
So thank you so much. He actually remembered. Actually, no, he didn't. I had to remind him. But
October 9th, that's your birthday. I know that now.
Yes, now.
We talked about this last week, so we had to kind of complete that circle.
Yeah, still my birthday month. Still celebrating. The celebration goes into next week. Plans with friends. It'll never end.
Oh, yeah. She's month-long birthdays.
I
Yeah.
take birthdays super seriously. But I like to celebrate.
Sometimes
people
others,
listening.
too, right?
Yes.
You're a pretty good gift giver.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Thoughtful of others.
Personalized touch. Yeah.
And you have a neat hairstyle. I didn't do anything with my hair
Thank
today.
you so much. It's actually so that I could take the braids out and I could have curly hair at my dinner celebration.
I would have never thought of that.
Yeah,
For
but I had to leave
obvious
them in. I was
reasons.
going to take it out, but I was like, I need to leave them in for a couple more hours. So you're catching me with my hair braided.
Quit dressing up every time we do this. You're making
No,
me
next
look bad.
week, it's back to the usual t-shirt, no makeup. Don't get your hopes up.
This is going, gone.
This is a
All right.
2-week.
Well, let's dig into this, guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying these, and I know hopefully we're getting better at it too, and maybe getting them a little tighter and concise.
Yeah,
but
we love to chat. No, we
put in
don't
the-
want it.
well,
tight.
that's a good
Okay,
question.
good question. Yes.
Please put in the comments how you feel about the length of the show and the banter.
We're going for like podcasty, just
It's
chatting.
very much podcasty.
That's the goal. But if that's not what you're looking for, let us know. I probably won't stop talking I probably won't talk any less.
But I might.
But he might.
No, I probably won't either.
No.
So we can't make any promises, but if you could kind of let us know, besides it drives me crazy when Ansley reads the titles and can't read them correctly.
Yes, so I heard I have been discontinued from the reading of the titles. Sorry, I struggle reading.
Apparently she does. She's a good student though, everybody. So she got through high school and college. So
She got through.
we're happy.
Yeah, by the thin of it. But yeah, so how has your
yourself.
week been?
Well, I hate staying busy all the time, so I'm not going to say that.
Yeah, that'd be great.
It's been good. It's been a very good week. It is getting colder. Of course, these storms. I'm a little worried about Florida. And our producer, Pencilish producer Pam, is
Yeah, we're
out
very
in
worried about
Florida,
her.
and I've been concerned for her for the last couple days. And
It's
now
hitting tonight.
It's hitting, yeah.
Yeah.
So
It looks bigger on the camera from space than Katrina did.
Really? They're saying that, or is that your opinion?
A different podcast I listened to was saying that.
Oh, okay. You have no proof of anything.
No,
You
it's
haven't
from
seen
the
that.
camera. It looks huge.
Right. That person said they saw a picture.
Well, there was picture comparison of the
Okay.
two, and it looks bigger.
Okay. We'll believe them then.
I trust them.
Scary. I mean, gosh, we just got over,
Still
the
going
last
on.
one, Helena, and so now.
At least
yeah,
people are
that's-
better prepared this time because that was not supposed. I think it was Helen, by the way.
Helen, I thought it was Helena, but you're right.
Super
It has an E in the end.
Super unique.
Confused me. I have a
Anyways.
reading problem too. Now you know where it comes from. So let's get
Hurricane.
into happy stuff, though.
Yeah, we had a great dinner last night
Okay.
celebrating my birthday. We had some matzo ball soup.
Our family
Jewish
loves
tradition.
matzo ball soup. It's a long story, but Jen, my wife, knows how to make it really good, and we love
And
it.
I'm a gluten-free girly, and they have a gluten-free mix, so we
Yeah.
love that. So
Yeah.
it was great. Great night.
Great night.
Anyways, on to the next celebration. But we can get
Yeah.
into the articles because you don't want to hear about all of my celebrations, I'm sure.
And the gifts you got and things like that.
Yeah.
Maybe another one.
All of the cards I got.
So let's get in the first article. Article 1. All right. So Viva Pictures offers first look at Critter Creepshow, Night of the
Zupo. I thought you were supposed to be in charge of.
Apocalypse, but with zoo at the beginning. Zoopocalypse. There it is.
I thought
Okay.
you were supposed to be in charge of
Critter
reading.
Creepshow as a first look of Night of the Zoopocalypse.
Zoopocalypse. Oh my gosh. I think I need to go back to reading.
That was
the
a really hard
titles.
one. I'm trying to, and this is from animationmagazine.net.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I watched the trailer.
I haven't
Have
seen
you heard
this.
of this?
So no, I haven't, but it does look nice. I'm looking
No,
at the
I thought it
images.
looked pretty
Bad.
bad. Like the characters look good. Here, I'll show you a little clip.
Are you watching us watch the clip?
But aren't capybaras rodents?
Actually, I take it back. It looks really good.
Yeah, I like it. I'm just first
looks
glance.
good.
I like what it looks like. It's got a kind of a neat style to it.
Yeah, so it's
CG
kind of like
animation.
CG per use, whatever. But it has, from what I understand, it's these zombies that come in and they break into a zoo, and so the zoo, like, it's all the zoo animals trying to like save themselves from the zombies.
Oh.
Zombies / like zombie animals.
Oh, there's a, oh.
The meteor crashes and that's what brings them in
Okay.
to the zoo. So that's why it's Zoopocalypse.
Got it.
Yeah, so it looks really good. It's got some voices from Pierre Simpson. Mm-hmm. Don't know him. Never heard of him.
Well, let me say this. It's directed by animation veteran Ricardo Curtis from Angry Birds movie, The Incredibles,
The Iron Giant. Do you know who that
Old
is?
school Iron Giant. Hello.
Do you know who that is?
I just know that means the poor guy is about my age to have worked on Iron Giant and still be in the industry. So it's
You're in the industry.
So good job, Ricardo. Well, yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
And Rodrigo Perez Castro, who did Ice Age, Collision Course, The Book of Life. Wasn't Book of Life live action?
No. No, that's Gutierrez. Yeah. So no, that was
What am
animated.
I thinking of? And Ferdinand. Is that about Ferdinand the Bull
Yeah.
that they talk about in Blindside?
It is Ferdinand the Bull. When did they talk about him? Oh yeah, I guess
That
they do
whole book
mention
that
it.
they talk about in Blindside.
That's right. Yes, it is.
Know that movie back and front. How could you forget?
It is the same story. You're right.
Oh.
And yeah, they did a Ferdinand movie. Nobody remembers it or saw it, but yeah, it was done by Blue Sky.
Wow, say it with your chest. Jeez.
And it was the pre-production for this was done by the studio House of Cool. I didn't know they developed the Peanuts movie, Despicable Me, and Ice Age. Huh.
Well, I picked this out because it seems to be like an indie studio doing well, and we're excited for them. And honestly, it seems like a pretty cool plot. Excited. The characters are crazy. I think they've got some interesting takes. I'm excited to see where
Last
this
question
will go.
from me: do they have a theatrical release, or is
Yeah,
this just stream?
so no, this is just
They don't know yet. Maybe
the world premiere this weekend, but it's a March 7th, 2025 release to set in the US. So it's not until next spring.
Okay.
But they had one at the Sidges
What is that?
European. It's in Europe.
Oh, which is a film festival, maybe.
Over in that other area. Must be. But
Well,
coming to the US in March. So interested to hear. Viva Pictures. Never heard of them.
That's news, but I don't have any opinions about it really, because I just don't know much about it.
Well, I sent you the link ahead of time to research.
Well, that is everything, though. That's all the article's saying.
This is true.
Is it's a movie coming out. Okay.
This is true. On to Article 2.
Good. 2.
What is this? Why are you like acting like you're talking like children, explaining like the numbers?
Article 2. It's you know, like, I don't know, wrestling. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, you want me to read? Okay.
Oh,
filmmaker
no,
explains
stop.
how he built a modern-day multiplane camera to recreate traditional animation effects.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
There were a couple big words in there too. Multiplane.
Thank you so much.
So that's interesting.
This is really cool. I watched some of the video. It's a 20-minute video, and it gets into a lot of carpentry, so it's not really my style. But
Yeah.
he got a lot of his tools from Amazon, and he was doing it for a school. Wait, can I scroll up really quickly and remind myself? He was doing it for Biola University. Asked him to make it for them. So
Interesting. So Biola is in California. I know that. It's a Christian school in California.
yeah, could you explain more about multiplaning?
Yeah, so what's kind of strange and ironic, or well, not ironic, but strange about this story is that they would even do this because the multiplane was the camera that basically was like way up high, and it was shooting down through layers and
Insert
layers.
image.
Oh, good. That might help. And then all through those layers of glass, there's different levels of animation cells, one at a time, and then the background at the very bottom, platinum. And they literally, every single frame would switch out the cells on every layer. You'd almost have to be on a ladder too, because it was usually really tall.
Yeah.
And anyway, and then you could kind of crane in the camera and you could kind of condense the layers. And so what it gave you
Gives
was
you,
a
like,
shot that
depth.
had parallax. And so Disney actually had a lot to do with creating, and iWorks, I think, was actually the heart of it, of creating what we still use today, which is this concept of parallax, where things move at different speeds depending on how far they are in the background, and having that layering of things moving at sort of distant, for camera moves and things. So you can make a shot where, and they had this all the way in Snow White, make a shot where it looks like
Pinocchio.
you're going, Pinocchio, sorry, probably not Snow White.
Know your facts.
Where
No,
it
wasn't
looks
in
like a real camera moving into the background, so that things are like the trees and stuff are moving out of the way.
that. And it
kind of
adds
thing.
like depth into a
A
scene.
lot of depth. And so that had never been done before.
Right.
This is back in the 40s or so.
I think the first one was Pinocchio.
So the irony there is you really don't need this kind of a concept anymore. It's because now you can do that digitally with Toon Boom Harmony, Photoshop, many of the digital softwares can do this effect and do it a lot faster, because you can control it and change it and move things and not have to reshoot everything. So,
But to go off that, this is what the
Interesting.
guy that created the plane says. He says, "We as a community have to do everything that we can to keep original animation techniques alive. I'm going to keep using it because I love the result and it makes me happy. And it also makes me feel connected to the history of animation." Mm-hmm. So there's a reason behind it. A method to his madness, dare I say.
yeah. Well, we still do stop motion animation, and that was like basically one of the earliest forms of animation, and it's still being done. So
And it's really cool. I love this scene. This was from
that's Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, I don't know if you can insert that, Philip, because it's kind of a video. But
That's
maybe
where
an
all the
image.
doves are flying in the
Yeah.
foreground, and it's just
The
beautiful.
background, the mountains. They have
Yeah.
so many.
Those kind of
different
camera
slides.
moves would take them like a week. I mean, and you couldn't really stop, honestly. They would do it in shifts where there was a nighttime shift that would come on, because if you lose your spot or anything, and it's on film, the film in the camera wouldn't go bad, but it would. You had to kind of remember where you were in the shot, and that's what the X sheets are for. It gets very technical very quickly. But broad overview is they basically would have to shoot a day crew, and then if it was super complex, maybe even bring in a nighttime crew to finish the shot. So it wouldn't take a week, but it could potentially take a couple days just for one shot. And if you got one layer wrong,
Sorry, I'm not actually yawning
Yeah.
at the timing. The timing was crazy, but yeah.
so you're not yawning because you're bored.
Well,
by my
no, like
explanation?
it kind of both really went well together.
Both. I needed to yawn, and you were boring.
And I literally zoned out. But
Okay, I'll read an article on multiplaning, but
it's cool. He got a lot of
Interesting.
his stuff from a hardware store on Amazon, which I thought was kind of crazy that he was able to do it. It's a very long, intricate video if you're interested in making one. I don't see that anybody here will be, but
yeah,
perhaps
He
you
made
need
it
this information
out
and
of
go
wood.
watch the video.
he made it out of wood. So
There's lots of wood involved, yes.
Yeah.
Lots of sawing and nailing.
and pipes and
Yeah,
who
and
knows?
a lot of conversation. They did bring in somebody from Disney that I thought you would know, J.B. Kaufman.
I do. I think
He's brought into that video he's a Disney historian, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
So interesting.
Totally unneeded, but really cool that he tried it. Good.
Wow, I thought you were somebody that loves the history of animation and holds on to
Here's the thing. No,
2D animation.
I want to make this clear to the audience. Yes, I love 2D animation, but I love it being still alive and continuing to stay alive. And I believe
Then
that
that's
it needs
exactly
to
what
evolve.
he's doing.
No. He's going backwards. I believe it can evolve and move forward. And you're seeing that with Klaus. Klaus was an early example of that, where they tried a new rendering process and things like that to keep 2D alive, to make it look really dimensional. Awesome. And it was very successful.
Okay, I see where you're coming
I just
from.
need to keep moving it forward. That's all. And if we can do it in ways that makes it faster and cheaper, the businessman in me says, amen.
The business hat. Here we go again.
Yeah.
How many
And
times
by
do
the
you bring
way-
that up?
By the way, I'm not talking about AI. I'm not saying there is a line, but there's.
The businessman.
But if we have softwares that can do that a lot faster and a lot easier and even more accurately, honestly, why would you build that? I don't know. So.
Well, hats off to you.
Okay.
We are super happy for you, and we love that you enjoy the history of animation.
Well,
so
yeah.
much so to create a multiplane.
Yeah. You should.
Cheers to you, Biola University.
Yeah. What you should go and paint. Oh, hand paint cells now. Yeah. Do that next.
I think that's what they're gonna do.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's why they asked them to make it.
Okay.
They're not just making a plane just for giggles.
Biola's never going to ask me to be a guest speaker now. I
Yeah.
have a feeling. Sorry.
I feel like we're burning a lot of bridges with this.
Yeah, it's a great school. Anyway, let's go on to the next article. Article 3.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I thought you would love this. YouTube becomes first streaming platform to break 10% of total TV viewing.
Oh, I've heard about this.
This is crazy.
I haven't got to read the report. It's a Nielsen report, right?
Yes. So here's the percentages. There's 41.4% streaming, and that's got YouTube, Netflix, Prime Video, Hulu, Disney Plus, everything. Tubi, all of the things. Everything
back
else
up.
is under 10%.
You didn't explain what this chart is. This is how people view their
Total
content.
TV streaming. I already talked about that. That's a part of the intro.
Okay.
41.4% of it is streaming of the total TV viewership. 10.4% of that 41 is YouTube. The rest of it is all the other platforms, Netflix, all of it. Netflix is at 8.4. It's nowhere near 10.4.
Interesting.
Anyway, broadcast is at 20.3%, cable 26.7%, and then there's an other category which is at 11.6%, whatever that may be.
Yeah, I think it's like OTT, and there
What
are
is
other ways
OTT?
over the top viewing. But even that would I think still count as streaming. So as we know, streaming is the winner. It's 41%, but that's,
Almost half,
that
which
includes,
shocks me it's not more, because who watches cable anymore? And what
Well,
even is broadcast?
Well, yeah, broadcast would now be cable.
Those are in two separate categories.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
What is broadcast, huh?
That's a good question.
Come on,
I don't
give
know
it to
how you
me.
break that out nowadays.
Tell me all your knowledge.
I
I thought
should
you
know
were the
this.
educated one.
I
Let's see.
broadcast might be like
What?
digital, while cable is like literally coming from your cable company.
Radio or television transmits that come through
She
radio
just
or
looked up
television.
broadcast, so she's giving you the definition of broadcast. Yeah, that's true, but that didn't
Broadcasting is the distribution of audio or video content to a dispersed audience via an electronic mass communication medium, but typically one using the electromagnetic spectrum in a one-to-many model. My reading is on top of it today.
Oh, I got it. I had a little yawn there. Oh, I'm
That
so
was really
sorry.
good reading, though.
Oh yeah, no, you're doing awesome.
Thank you so much.
So anyway, I guess what I was going to say is like streaming being 41% shouldn't be any surprise they're the winner, but that's not one
I'm surprised
company.
it's not more. Yeah.
That's not one company. That's Netflix, Hulu, Tubi. They broke that down too. It's
Tubi,
it's
Roku
all of
Channel,
these-
Peacock, Max, Paramount Plus,
Pluto,
and then 6% other streaming, which is probably smaller streaming services.
Yeah. So they're saying this article, the important part to get out of this is that now YouTube is, what did it say? 10%, right?
10.4.
It's
the first ever to
10.4.
break 10%.
And an easier, more condensed version of this is people watch YouTube more than Netflix because everybody thinks of Netflix as the big gorilla. YouTube is the big gorilla. They beat them by 2%.
I'm surprised that Hulu is so low. 2.7?
Yeah.
I
so-
always considered Netflix and Hulu to be like somewhat similar.
Yeah, 10.4 for YouTube, 8.4 for Netflix. all the way down. Hulu 2.7.
Dang.
Disney Plus 2.1. That's even below Hulu.
Yeah.
But they co-own.
Pluto
they own
TV
Hulu.
has got to step up. They're at 0.7.
Yeah, that's an OTT actually. That's basically free TV, and it has a lot of ads. And it's
Paramount Plus
reruns.
and Max are both like 1. I love Max. Max has good content.
Yeah, but as you can see,
but apparently it's just me.
As we all know, if you have teenage kids like I had, but still they are the number one viewing that they use is YouTube, whether it be on their phone or their computer. They're not going to the TV very much.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this
all.
because this says a lot of great stuff considering we do monetization on YouTube. That's where we put all of our series on. So this is going to pay off well for us. Also, it's a free place to post your content. So
Right. And that's the hard part is making money off YouTube, honestly. And I do think, and there is a new article, I wish I would have thrown it to you, that just came out. We might have to talk about it next week, which is YouTube. Just thank you.
I know I actually
Every time I talk, you yawn.
No, I actually yawn. It's something about your voice. It's so soothing me to sleep.
I've heard that. Anyway, YouTube.
I bet the kids, while you teach them in
Oh, they're captivated.
at school, is falling asleep.
I have to be drawing or they don't stay awake. So YouTube, I was going to say, they came out with a new report that said, just made me lose my train of thought.
Was this about how they're going to series and stuff?
Yes. They are about to unveil this brand new broadcast style, forum that'll probably look very close to Netflix.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's more closely related to like the streaming services since this is one technically, but YouTube is set up so differently. And now you'll be able to go to like the series, go to season 1, go to episode 1. It's kind of going to be laid out more so like
it's
Netflix
probably
and
more
stuff.
of a layout change than anything.
But that will change the game because I will say YouTube's a bit confusing and you put stuff into a playlist and it just seems like a mess. Like we have playlists for the character design cage match, but then whenever I make a YouTube short that has cuts from the cage match, it goes onto that same playlist and it's like 9:16. It's just like
this new
will be
thing that
well
they're
organized.
oh yeah, this new thing, and really it's kind of all that's missing in monetization. And that's the part I haven't heard anything about is like, is there a better way to monetize that content for those people putting it up? I'm hoping that is part of the rollout, but they've already said this is what it's going to be and all that. And so it's basically very much going to stylize it towards more of a Netflix kind of a way.
Yeah,
you can now
I'm very excited.
binge watch the things that you want to watch and things like that. So I do think like that is going to make that 10% nothing. I think we're going to see YouTube really rise really soon.
Really excited for the potential that this gives Pencilish Animation Studios.
Yeah. What I love about
indie
it,
studios like us.
yes, I love that YouTube embraces indie. It embraces the independence. You're going
creatives.
direct to consumer. I have loved that for many years. It's why we have Pencilish, is that we get to go direct to consumers. That's our goal.
Right.
And bring them in because we are, crowd invested. So we get to bring them in to,
be a part of our world. Yeah. I love it. I mean, that's how we're able to do this.
Yeah. Like this show.
Like
right.
this show.
Yeah.
What a full circle moment.
Yeah. So I don't know. Was that the last article?
Well, okay. So I have one more. I don't know what time we're at. I have one more. It gets a bit political.
Well, nah, let's not do that one. I have too many opinions about that, and I don't want to say them.
We don't want to get canceled.
No, who knows? Somebody will cancel you. So, guys, this has been a lot of fun, and did you enjoy it? You look great.
I had a great time.
Yeah.
I know. It helped me wake up a little bit. I've been like a little tired today.
I needed the pep too. You can see my eyes; they're a little half masked.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the rolls on your forehead.
No, I'm talking about the eyes and the wrinkles. But I had a little bit of coffee. I got to talk to my daughter on her birthday, and you guys
we got
all
to spend
came.
some birthday time together. I love that.
I know. I love
Super
that.
special.
We don't get to do
Hold
that.
those dearly.
I'm cherishing this moment. Yes.
You're gonna forget about it by tomorrow.
Oh, I forget about it in an hour. I just have a bad memory.
Same.
But we've been enjoying doing this. It has been kind of a nice family father-daughter time for us. And I hope you guys are enjoying it. Please leave comments about what your thoughts are.
Yes, give us more input.
Yeah.
We want to be a show of the people.
For the people.
For the people.
Of the people.
Of the people.
By the people.
By the people. That was great.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Be sure to subscribe to the Pencilish Studios YouTube channel.